Hello everybody, welcome back to Minecraft Living Large. My name is Sam. We're on episode 19. We're gonna have a good time today. We're gonna get lots done. As you can see, I worked on the house a bit. I added the roof on and the villagers started coming over here. They're coming to hang out. They're starting to like this place. I kinda had to make it a little bit ugly with all the doors. And I was trying out a few different styles for the roof. The brick looks pretty good, but I already have, stone brick on my own house, and I have stone on the tower here and on the road, so I don't know, this wood looks good. Matches the floor in here. Change this to full blocks so they like it better. And we're playing on Minecraft 1.5, so all those snapshots we were on was leading up to this. This is actually the pre-release version, because we are on Monday. March, I think 11th, and it doesn't come out until later this week. Also, I had to change my view distance down. You can see it's a bit misty over there. Changed my view distance to short. Apparently they changed something with the lighting effects in this patch. It's supposed to be an improvement. Still seems a bit buggy. Anyway, I get 100 frames a second on this distance and a lot lower further out. So I changed that. Yes. The intro and outro videos weren't working in the last episode. Every time I put those on, I left a note in the description that said let's do this while we're talking. Yeah, I was getting desync issues. And if you don't know what that is, it's if you're watching a video and like a player will do something, like place a block, and then 3 seconds later you hear the sound of what they did. Or maybe you hear the sound before, but it's usually after. That's desync. They're not synchronized. Like, you expect it to be the same as when you're playing the game. You hear that block sound at the same time it happens, as if you're right there in the game. And my video didn't have it at all. My video was fine, and everything about it was fine. But as soon as I added the intro and outro on top of it, everything went off. And that had not happened in previous episodes that I know about. So I couldn't figure a way around it. Every time I did it, it went from, spot on perfect without the intro and outro to totally messed up. So hopefully it works in this episode. I changed some settings, put the audio quality higher, put it back up to 30 frames a second. Recording all 30 and up to 25 frames. So anyway, that's the technical stuff out of the way. Let's move on to the actual gameplay. What are we going to do today? Well, I wanted to show you what I've been doing over here. Like I said, I got this house done. It looks pretty good. They seem to like it anyway. I built this dock out here. I extended the land out a bit because this grass ended somewhere in here. I started putting a building here and it just looked terrible. It was crowded by everything. I'm going to leave the road one wide though, I think. But I tried putting a dock in and these guys seem to like it. I haven't seen anyone walk off and drown yet. I guess it might happen. The golems are supposed to be bad for that. What railing do you like better? Having these posts come up all the way, or having the fence go on top of it? I do like the stairs, and it's nice building with the plain oak wood for once. I don't do that very often. This is a cool trick. You have the dark wood underneath, the pine and the oak on top, and it looks like it's the same wood, only this is wet from the water. Because it's the same texture, so it looks like it's just wood that got wet and got darker. So I think that's pretty cool. And then I was adding some sand here for a beach. And if you got that quick clip at the beginning of the episode, I showed this chest full of all my loots. Let's put this wood back. As much as I want to build on camera, placing stairs is the most frustrating thing because they keep turning upside down and you have to redo it. Oh, what do you like these ice windows? I liked them at first, but now I'm not so sure. I don't know, maybe if I just did a smaller ice window inside of something else. But yeah, let's do some trading. So living large is all about getting rich and pushing Minecraft to its limit, which includes using mods, which I will get back to soon, but also getting rich, which is what these guys are for. Oh, it looks like nighttime's coming on. I did finally make a bed. so we can pass away the night without... I kept having zombies invade my village and trying to kill my villagers. I didn't like that. Plus it's nice having my spawn set here in case I die. Okay. Come on, let's show me what you have to trade. Yep, all random stuff. They can do upgrades, they can sell things. What are you selling? No. Now you do have to have money to make money at some point. Let me show you here. So he's trading 33 for an emerald. Sweet. Give me all your money. Okay, I'm out of paper. Are you gonna learn a new trade? What they do is as you trade with them, they learn new trades, as you can see here, but they also forget old ones. So eventually, if I traded probably 2 or 3 more times, it's about 4 or 5, a red X will come up on top of this, and he won't do it anymore. Until you do the later ones again, then maybe you can come back. Now that wasn't always in the game. I remember in Minecraft 1.3, I was playing on a server and we made a big breeder and breeded hundreds of these guys. And they didn't do that. They did kind of do that, but you would have to close the window. So if you left the window open, you could trade a full inventory of paper or anything. Get stacks on stacks of emeralds. And then you could just buy all your diamond weapons from them. You could do emerald blocks. It was good times. But it's a little bit more balanced now. You can see that all these guys are locked. Ooh, chain helmet. That's actually pretty cool. You can't get these any other way. Well, I guess they can drop from skeletons as well. But we want to look for someone who has something we can actually sell them. I have here pretty much everything that they can possibly buy. They can rarely buy diamonds, gold, and iron. Just the raw ingots. Yeah, there's a guy selling iron. I have so much of it that at least for now I'm going to do a few trades of that. I don't know if I want to sell all my iron. They don't buy redstone. They don't buy a lot of things you can produce on the farm. They don't buy eggs, sadly. They generally don't buy any produced things. Like they buy things like raw wheat, anything you can farm. Well, not anything. A lot of things you can farm. I don't think they'll buy carrots or potatoes. I'm not totally sure. But they do definitely buy raw meat and sell cooked meat. So, when they buy books, which is why I have leather here, they buy both regular books and books crafted with the ink sac to make it writable. Oh, he's doing the thing. See, I'm trying to get more, but my number's staying at 15. So basically, the red X has appeared on top of this. I just don't see it because I haven't closed the window and opened it again. So that's where they put it in, so you can stop exploiting it by leaving that open. So if you open them up again, yeah, see, he stopped doing that. He's like, no, sold out, essentially. And that's not a good deal. So, that leads us to the cow breeder. Now, I mean the cow cooker. I still think it's a really cool machine, and it's fairly useful, but, I mean, since I happened to stumble upon a looting sword so early, he's done already 2. Actually, 2 looting swords, one of them was smite. So, since I came across these earlier than I expected to, I've been using that to kill my cows because you get more leather and more beef, obviously, and you want the raw beef to sell to these guys. So I think I'm going to start eating potatoes and apples and carrots and things like that and save all my beef to get rich. Excuse me. So that's actually not too bad if you're low on diamonds. I mean, I have tons of diamonds and no emeralds, of course, so it's not good for me. Okay, I'll do the rest of this trading off camera. Oh, one thing you can't do anymore either is you can't just kill villagers with bad trades because they kind of have a pseudo reputation system. I swear there was a guy that sold coal and wool here. I saw those 2 somewhere. Hopefully not dying, but yeah, if you kill 1 or 2 of them, then the other ones won't trade with you. Plus, this guy will, you know, throw you way up in the air and kill you. So you can't really do that very much. Okay, so I think that's what I wanted to show here. Let me know what you think of this building and this dock. I started trying to fancy this up because I figured, why tear it down if it's working for now? It's keeping these guys alive so that even if a zombie does attack, hopefully enough of these guys survive. I'll show you what I've got going on over here. Oh yeah, I wanted to show this because I noticed when I'm watching other videos, a lot of people Well, not a lot of people. I mean, YouTubers are usually pretty good, but some people don't know really how water works and how to fill this in. Now, this bridge, it was hitting land here, but I wanted it to kind of just go over the water and then come back down when it hits land here. So this is more of an island, and this channel was kind of bigger. So I dug out all the stuff under here. Now my water's all messed up and stuff. So of course I could just use, you know, bring a bucket in, try to fill it in. But if you make everything one deep, it actually fills itself in and becomes still water. Let's see if I can back up a little bit so we can see it happening. As this becomes one deep, you'll see that this flow start to move forward. Oops, those last two were terrible. You can see it's moving in here. It's still up to this point now, whereas before it wasn't still all the way along here. So if I can just get these, it should work out in our favor, shouldn't it? Do I have to dig that out again to make it flow that way? Anyway, you get the idea. I just have to do this all the way along, and then once it's all flat on top, I can dig it out safely. But that's what I'm going to do here to fix that water. And then I'm going to add a beach all the way along here. I think that would look better than just random bits of dirt and soil. So I'm going to replace all this with sand. You can I started to here. And then here we may eventually add more houses as well. Whether or not we bring villagers over, I'm not sure. But we could have, like, you know, little coffee shops on the beach. Maybe I think a little house to smelt clay in. Maybe with like an automatic smelter. Because those hoppers I was using for chests, they were for furnaces too. So I could have something set up where, you know, I always get my clay from the ocean, diving down there with, you know, reeds and stuff to breathe. So I could come back. Uh-oh, I lost some ice. Yeah, so come back, dump all that in here, have it all smelt for me, kind of like a clay shop. Maybe a sand shop as well. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and here this was a natural forming water pool, so I'm thinking maybe we do something to connect these out. Of course not like this, make it actually look nice. And then have the beach kind of maybe curve in nicely and have that coming in here. I like landscaping as much as building, in case you can't tell. But also here, I know there's another water pool up here somewhere. And I don't know if it's too far away or if it's worth it, but maybe if we get this connected down this way, flowing, maybe stopping into this pool, and then flowing down again into this pool, it would look kind of neat, I think. Yeah, it could look pretty neat. Okay, so that's what I've done so far. Again, I didn't play too much this weekend. I actually found a really cool thing in a pawn shop. I found a power cord from my original Nintendo NES system for $2. So hooked that up and then ended up playing Zelda with had a friend over. We had a good old time. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, so I switched this one over to wheat because we want wheat for emeralds now. Yeah, not much new over here. Oh no, there is. I was blowing this stuff up with dynamite last episode. Did some work on it. Did some of the boring work off camera, as I always do. Starting to look more like a real beach. Dug through here as well. I think we can make that look nice eventually. This wood is not working for me at all. It's totally terrible. I did it because I knew if we did stone, it wouldn't line up. This doesn't match up at all. It's all off center. So I don't know what we're gonna do with it. I might just tear it up and say, okay, no ice on this part of the path anyway. Oh, I forgot to use my speed potion. I was gonna take it on the way back. But what we're gonna do today is work on this chocolate farm that I mentioned last episode. So let me get my stuff together and we'll get to it. Okay, let's get going here. So I'm gonna put pistons all along here first of all. So the pistons will be doing two jobs. They'll hold back the water and of course move my chocolate back and forth. I've seen lots of different designs for this type of machine. There's lots of different ways to do it, of course. Often what I see people doing is having this idea about just having a wall and the water is right there and it goes that way in a big wide stream. And that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. It'd be similar to this, how the water flows in. But I figured, hey, let's make it compact just because we can. You know, because we can do two facing inward like this. I mean, you can also do something like that where you plant cocoa on all four sides. Because you can plant it all the way around. And then have it come off that way and fall into a water setup like that where it falls in all directions. And that's okay too. That's a good strategy. But I wanted to try this because it doesn't seem common and it seems interesting to me. Now, we're probably going to have an entrance about at this level because we have to replant these after we harvest, of course. And it seems like we can only really reach 5 high usually. So I can reach that one for sure. So that's 5 when it's extended. Yeah. So if you put, wait, let me put one block here first so I can count that. Let me chop this off where I know we're going to stop. Because then we'll know how high to go. So I'm going to go 5 high all around. No more chocolate left. Looks like that's it. Because we have 3 planted, 2 not. Yep, there's 5. So we go 5 high all the way around. Get our pistons all around. And then it's just a matter of wiring it up. So let me do one side first. Because the opposite side will just be a mirror image. Sounds reasonable to me. So as we know, we need to put our redstone along at this angle from the pistons, so power them at an angle. So let's put something on here to make sure that works. Oh, that's not going to work. I really need a button or a lever. Yep, that powers them all the way along. So that's perfect. I know we need more wood on there, of course, but so now we need to send the signal upwards. So did we bring repeaters? Not too many. So let's make sure we send the signal into the block. Like that. And then we need, where have our buttons gone? I can make a button, no problem. It's not cobble, so I can't make a lever. No, wait. Will this work just fine without a repeater? Feels like it would, right? Will it turn that torch off? It does work just fine without a repeater. Okay. Great. Well, let's leave that as that for now. Now this just to pillar up. So we send our signal up through these torches, of which I've run out of already. Did I not make a bunch? That was pretty silly of me. At least we got wood. Yeah, when in doubt for preparing for a project like this, it's great to bring everything pre-built, but of course you always want to bring raw materials as well. You don't know what you're going to run out of when you're in the middle of building. You don't want to have to run back to grab stuff, so spare wood, spare stone, you know, things like that. Of course, dirt might be better for doing this. So once we get this up to 3, doing redstone up here is a little bit... Why does that piston keep falling? Can I grab it? Anyway, so the pistons will be going right here. So what I have to do is do that to get them facing up. Right? I mean facing down. Right. Okay. And then do I do one more? I think I do one more. Yeah, that works out perfectly. It's at the right elevation, and it's the same. When that's off, we want this to also be off. When that's on, we want it to be on. So we don't even have to flip the signal with an inverter or a NOT gate at all. That should work perfectly. Let me actually test it out before we build the entire thing. Oh, but we don't want them both to fire at once. That's not going to work. If the bottom and the top fire at the same time, the top one's not going to be able to go down. So even though it's powered, and we know the top piston's powered because those torches are flickering, it can't push down. So, okay, I know I had these repeaters for a reason. So we need to delay the signal a bit more. So the button pulses for 12 what they call redstone ticks. And a tick is measured by what the repeater delay is. So 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks. Same thing, a torch going up here is 1 tick delay. So that's 4 torches. So that's 4. Delay is not enough. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Is 8 delay enough? I have a feeling it's not. Oh wait, but we can add another 4 on the opposite side to get a 12 tick delay, which should be just enough. 2, 4, so there's 4 plus 4, 8 for the 2 repeaters, 1 for each torch, so that's 12 delay exactly. And the button, I think it might be 10 ticks, but it might be 12. Either way, yeah, either way that's good. So the bottom one goes up, and then these top ones goes off right before that one goes. So you can see, if you imagine this being up for 10 units, and then it goes off for 2, and that goes down for 10. Now there should be about 10 redstone ticks in a second, roughly. So that's why this button appears to be about on for 1 Mississippi, 1 second. So that actually works out perfectly. And you can see our cocoa, our test crop is being harvested here. So when we put that on, and then pretend it's fully grown, we go cha-ching. They shuffle back and forth. Everything gets harvested, and bam, we're in business. It's magic. Now all we gotta do is stock everything up, build it on camera. Oh, I mean, finish building it. This is, oh, did I only do 4? Oh no, because yeah, I have more to do here. 5, perfect. Okay, I think we're getting on about 20 some odd minutes in this episode. But I just wanted to do some redstoning on this episode, just because I do a lot of that off camera, and I know it makes some guys sad. Well, was that something jumping in the lava? I had a creeper in here recently. Yeah, I'm not going to dismantle this thing. I'm still going to use it. It's still fun, and it's still a good place to keep my cows. I can still breed them nice and easily, and it helps too. I can run around killing with the looting sword from up here. And the water system still works great for getting the drops into the hoppers, so that's still useful. I mean, it's not a total waste. Oh, did you run away because it's daytime? I wanted to fight you. Okay, guys. Oh, I wanted to show also a little trick I have for harvesting this, which I know is pretty frivolous and kind of one of the most pointless things I've ever made. But, so you know, if you've seen me use this, or if you tried something like this yourself as you go along, the main problem with this is that the stuff you chop lands right there, and planting a sapling there didn't get rid of it. So there's most of your crop already going to waste, and you don't want to have to jump in there and grab it. Well, all you do is just plant a leaf, shoves everything off. Bam. That's all you need to worry about, and everything's going to get harvested now, and you're good to go. That works every time. So what I do, you know, when I'm harvesting this guy, grab a couple saplings, make sure you have lots of leaves, and I just go around doing that every time. And then my wood is all harvested, and I don't have to worry about getting leaves, and wood, and saplings in my inventory. See, there's the wood. Shove it off, replant. Works every time. So it's Still more automated than it would be if you just ran around planting trees out here. And we can still use bone meal, so I still like it. Anyway, so as usual, let me know what you want to see in the next episode, what I should work on, what you liked and disliked about this episode. Leave a like or dislike with the thumbs buttons below, and have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. Maybe even with some mods up. So yeah, release is coming soon, guys. Thanks for watching. See you all next time. Bye bye.